Alright, fellas. Let me tune up a little bit. We'll use the latest, my latest settings for the sim. Hopefully we'll have internet, because all day today I haven't had internet because they chopped the line. Get in the chopper now. Alright, get in the chopper. So what we need is to set up correctly. So you see, even though it is humid as hell, up to 100% of humidity right now. Look at the weather, guys. Just look. I really want you to see this. Well, look, windy. How about windy? I just want you to understand what I mean, okay? Layers. Humidity. This is up to almost, well, actually it's not that bad today, but it's not a lot of humidity, but it's 35 degrees Celsius. So it is just, you know, summertime. And out here you can actually, so it won't be as in reality. It won't be. You see how visibility cuts. Like, this is Miami right on the horizon, and you barely see the houses. And what's the distance? It's not even 5 miles. So 5 miles maybe. So 5 miles to the downtown. Let's see. So it's musty, right? Musty. And of course you don't see none of that here. Why? Because you need proper settings. Boom. 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 There it is. There it is. That's what I'm talking about. Proper colors. Proper everything. Alright. So, out here, well, you know what? I think it's not enough of haze. Let me see if, something. Yeah, that's the old one. It's not good. Alright, let's activate all these. Alright. So, 66. Yeah. Humidity. Wonder if we can make condition based, you know what I mean? Yeah, let's just. Alright, that's good. That's good. Alright. Out here, out here. You need this. Normal. FOV. Walk around speed. And your height. Your height's just about that. Okay. Then all this sets, proper weather, time, and starting now. Oh, starting about a couple minutes. Alrighty, guys. So we will not be in a hurry today. So this is will be just like a training course. So something we'll simulate something as if you would be a young first officer who knows some of the stuff, but you would. I mean, you're required to know some of the stuff that, at least, general knowledge of. I would say even not general, but more like an advanced type of knowledge to A320 family. So here I will. We will take it slow, step by step, and we'll get you covered. And also in Discord I will drop all the documents. Hey, Metal Eye, musty 70, yeah, something like that. 70 is my default, I believe. Yeah, and 69 looks better any position. So yeah, that would be we'll get a little bit more people. Just call your friends if you know anybody. That will be more fun if we're gonna have a little bit more people here. Okay. And we are located in Miami, as you can tell. And we will fly to Charlotte. I will teach you here all of the knowledge that you need in order to make a safe, efficient flight, with in respect of how you would do it in most of the airlines, right? And all of the provided documents that that you will need for your own your own study, I will drop into that thread, which I'm gonna mark here. It's empty right now, but I will fill it as we go. Invite people. How about void edit? No limit. No limit. Alright, so the link will stay forever. So this will be a link where, as we speak, I will dump all of the materials, such as documents. And trust me, you won't find these documents anywhere. Those are not just some like AFCOM stuff, type of stuff, right? So we'll make a full flight, although we're gonna be a little bit easy on the schedule. So the main idea behind it is for you to understand how it's done as far as like the structure. So, and then as when you go, you learn that structure, then you will fly scheduled, meaning you will learn how to squeeze all that knowledge and information and all these procedures into that time frame, which is actually it's more demanding, 100%, yeah. And we'll surely make one of those flights again afterwards, but first, just your data, something that you need to know. Okay, again, the Discord link, just open it and have it on standby. There I will drop the documents as we go. Uno segundo. Oh, I closed. Hold on a second. I have to reopen all documents for me. So first thing, I want you to have a checklist. And please understand that a checklist is not a do list. This is simply a checklist. And checklist is a follow-up of a flow, of a procedure. So a flow is a part of procedure. So when you do procedure, at some moment when you're ready to do it fast and on point, you do the flow. You know, so how people have mnemonics and stuff like this. Here it's patterns within the panels, but you never need to learn the patterns on the panel. First of all, if you learn the pattern, that's stupid. That means you don't understand why you're doing it. So the main reason is for you to understand why you do it, and that way you will never have to learn any pattern. It will just come natural. You will understand why your hands or your fingers are supposed to be and that on that specific place and time. Alright? So place and time, that's your main goal. Alright? So let me give you first the checklist. And this is a standard checklist from FCOM. Alright, I will drop it in the Discord. There you go. Alright, so easy stuff. Before start, above the line gets done when you are boarded and ready to go. Almost. At some moment between, I should say that a moment not prior the engine start, but at some point of closing the doors, etc. Then you got the below the line, which is when the doors are closed, the beacon is on, and you're ready to push. After start, of course, you understand what it is. Before takeoff checklist, above the line, this part could be done while taxiing to the runway. So, matter of fact, it is being done while you taxi to the runway, because you can see it's quite long, and it includes stuff like briefing on flight instruments and all the good stuff. So that is, at best, you can do it while standing, or if you're on time frame, if it doesn't let you, like you're taxiing. But just don't do it in the final moment when you have aircraft behind you. You have a couple of aircraft behind you, you're clear for takeoff, and that means when you clear for takeoff in the United States, that means you have to go. Like you have to go right now. You know what I mean? So make sure that is complete before you even call the tower. That's what I mean. Just remember that. Don't call tower unless that is complete. Now, the rest below the line is when you're cleared for takeoff. So that means cabin crew advised, engine mode selector, packs as is. After takeoff, climb whenever it's safe to do so. Doesn't have to be right away, as soon as you cleaned up, but at some point when you less on the items, like you don't have to, at least not a couple thousand feet. I would say at around 5,000, 4,000, something like that. Approach checklist is done usually basically when you call approach. So when you contact approach with the weather information and all, that means all of your stuff is done. All of the stuff is inserted already at MCU, and you are ready for approach checklist, you know. Then landing, that gets done. Final configuration, you know, just before 1,000 feet AGL. Before the 1,000 call, please do that. After landing, anytime your taxi is fine. And parking, of course, the rest of it is all easy. You know, parking, APU bleed on, engines off, seat belts off, external. This is parking checklist. Okay, securing the aircraft if you have to leave. All right, if you have to leave, and you'll be shutting down, fully cold, or not fully cold, but sometimes you can leave it on the power. So, and here's the evac check. So evac flow is followed. Also, you have a little CG and trim position thing. All right, so let's go and actually do something, right? Did you guys hear that Asian woman crashed? She was living actually in Miami, and I never even understand how she got the 767. Who told her she was flying 767 if she was flying just the props? Maybe she was flying the sim. I don't know. She was flying 76. Anyways, loss of control. It's a Lancer. Although I've looked at it, I've looked at its path, and it's definitely a partial engine failure, because it looks like this. I fly similar aircraft, and this is why I know the speeds. Out here, if you start registering right here, so elevation out here is 825. So 825 start registering here at 102, which is really low for, you know, 106. That's ground speed actually. So 104 is all right for these initials, but she never even climbed, because I suppose these are MSL altitude, right? These are not AGL, right? Are they? Because the anyways, let's not get distracted. So why I even mentioned her? Why I mentioned her? I'll remember later why. I was looking for some documents, and we'll continue. We'll continue as soon as possible. Alright. Okay. So, I will also upload this file, which is called normal operation. You will study that file like the Bible, or whatever you read. So this is like the squeeze out of all the procedures that you need to do for the normal ops. Okay, this is like the squeeze out, the most squeezable thing you can do to have it. This is this is basically all you need to make a flight. If you learn, you see, you don't need to know all this by heart or anything like that, but you gotta understand. And here, you know, it's you're saying, you might say like, okay, why are you making this video? We can just read that document, fly, abide it, and then you'll be good. Yeah, you can be good, but guess what? 99% people won't even get past page 2, and that 1% that does, they'll never read fully. They'll definitely not learn it. So instead of all of this, I'll teach you how to look for most important pages that you need and point out on only like the minimal, absolute minimal data. Also, of course, look at that. I will give you also base training later. That's when we. That's when I also promised I'm gonna do a little base training with the touch and goes. Those are fun. We can actually, we might do that later. So we're gonna make a full flight, and then we might actually do that. So I'll also upload that. Yeah, here's got your MEL verification guide, whatever. Got your MEL, I believe. Yeah, your cure age, all the regular stuff. I'm pretty sure you can get that on your own, but if you can't for any reason, I'll upload it. And I don't mean like AFCOM, such as the documents included with the aircraft, because those are not real. I mean, they're Labs made them, or whoever made them. Hold on, I'm gonna charge my phone and then grab something, and then we'll start. Once we go, guys. It's gonna be quick. You might want to rewatch the video later and pause at some things and just understand. But I'm gonna make it structurized in your brain. I'll try at least to make it structurized, where you can see why you do this thing and what's gonna happen if you don't. And I guess what else? Yeah, I need to fix those on the wrong. Alright, one second. Okay, so far you can tell already that you're in for a long ride, and we're not hurrying anywhere. I'm not in a hurry, at least. And if it takes you to watch this video a couple times, maybe just pause it and then rewatch it next day. That's fine, because it's gonna be rather long. And I don't know how you can really go fast about it, because going fast about it is not the way you want, basically. That means you just being really basic, and if you Google any of that online, you'll come up to something like really basic. Really basic. I want to go much deeper too, if you know what I mean. Alright. I'm gonna fix that engine. I mean that sound is because it should be audible here. For some reason it's not. So I'll fix that. No worries. So out here, when you are on the bridge, you're on a gate, you just want to make sure that your aircraft is choked, and you can see the choke right there. That the APU area is clear and the aircraft doesn't have anything attached to it, such as mechanics or anything that somebody could fix, something that has to do with flight controls or anything that attached to the aircraft, because the aircraft is going to come alive. So you don't want nobody by the aircraft. You want it chalked. The APU area is going to be clear, meaning the exhaust has no way of causing any harm or damage to something. So let's go in. The aircraft is choked. Also, when you look at the look at it that way, just gotta notice if you have any leaks of hydraulic or fuel or any leaks that you will find. You have to understand that, right? That your tires are in normal condition, at least by visually. You know, you're still gonna do a walk around later, but out here just now, just visually, they're good. I mean, they're not good. It's not like flat or anything. So what we're trying to accomplish now in the first, what we're gonna do basically until the above the line checklist is we're gonna make sure slowly but surely that this aircraft is good to go. And the most important things will come first. And all of these things are important. It's not like one thing is less important than the other. But the most critical items will come first. So such something to do a fire test early, that's a prerogative, because you need to know for sure shit's not gonna catch on fire. So, and then so on. So you check for all that stuff. You check as much as fast as you want, up to like not as fast as you want, but as fast as you can, to the safety equipment on board, so that if you have to evacuate, let's say something caught on fire, like your APU or something, if you have to evacuate, you know how to, and you know that you have all equipment. So that's what I mean by the priority of things. You know what I mean? So just priority. By the way, if you guys gonna have any questions, feel free to put it in chat, and then I'm checking chat constantly. So now, when you get in the aircraft, let's say we go straight to the cockpit, because there are other things you can do, but it's not modeled in this model, so we're not gonna worry about that. So we get in that. The aircraft has external power, so you see it's available, but it's not connected. So you need to basically power it up, right? So what we are trying to accomplish here is not only find out if it's good to fly or not. We also trying to work, right? So we want to start boarding within according time. So we want to prepare the aircraft for boarding. And what I mean is that for sure the aircraft is not going to go anywhere if something is bad, like you got a few hydraulic leaks, or I don't know, some electrical problems, or anything severe enough for it not to melt out. You you will supposed to deboard the aircraft, so you don't want to do that. So instead of going back and forth with people, so people will board your aircraft and you will look stupid. You're like, oh shit, well, the aircraft, how did you miss that the aircraft was leaking oil, I don't know, whatnot. And then it will be all stupid to deboard again. So you wanna get those things. So again, have a little note in your head. First, safety. Second, efficiency, such as, you know, your work, your job. And third is priority. Safety is always priority number one. Then comes the job, and so on. Okay? So we get in the cockpit, want to establish the power. You're going to have... So it's time for the flow. Time for the flow, my friends. My France. My France. So, you're going to set it up for preliminary, right? You want to make sure that your radar is off, that the windshield PWS is off, that gain knob is auto, the mode selector is off, the masters are, two masters are off, the mode selector is norm, the gear lever is down, and the Vipers are off. So all of these, one sec. One sec. I'm sorry, guys. One second. There you go. So yeah, if you want, you're standing right here. So if you want, you can do right away from this position. This is why we're not sitting down yet. So we're just standing, right? So from the standing position out here, we're gonna check this switch is off, PWS is off, the gain, multi-scan, all this is in auto, zeros, looking good. So now the engine masters are off, that your spoilers, flaps are just like normal, all retracted, right? Then your gear lever is down. How many times I had that gear lever with my switch? It's even. And the Vipers are off. So up here, 1, 2, off. Then what you want to do is you want to see with the batteries that you have more than 25.5 volts here. And you can hear the contactors are doing its thing. And we're gonna establish power. And you're gonna hear all the things that make the aircraft alive, okay? Since the aircraft is powered up, you can set to nav and logo. And then just forget about it. Like, it's gonna do its thing. You can sit down, just watch it becoming awake. It's better not to touch anything while it does that. At least a minute and a half. Don't touch anything at least a minute and a half. Absolute minimum is 40 seconds. And you'll see like the aircraft will self-test things. The only thing you want to do is switch on the nav and logo lights, because when you're connected to power, legally you have to in part 121. Do you guys hear it's like doing this thing? You see, it's still doing it. And so by that time, your also your RMP, if they were off, switch them on. The nav light's supposed to be out. That light right here, the nav light's out. The cell light is off as well. And if you would need any frequency such as ramp frequency, you would tune it in here. Alright, so by that time the aircraft is self-tested at the moment. So what I would do is I would just unlock the door and open the door and have the PCA in it. So PCA, this is like the low pressure air. Basically you would get air conditioning inside. So we'll start to bring the air conditioning, so it's going to be more comfortable. And at this moment now we'll go up. So we did this trip, these two, here, right here, 1, 2, and then up, batteries, external power. Then we go up by APU test, APU fire test. You do that first. You see 1, 2, 3, 4 lights, 5. I'm sorry, 5 lights. The brick, the lights here, both masters, master warning here, and the warning on APU fire on ACAM. You might get the ventilation system to act up while you do the fire test. That's normal, actually. And yeah, so first one, then comes the engine 1 test. Here you will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lights. 7 lights, including that one and one more light here. And then the right one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Some companies have it, some don't, but you'll do the cargo smoke test. Press and hold. See discharge, smoke, and all normal normal indications. It's gonna do that a couple times. Just wait until it's done. If you would need to start APU at the moment, you would disconnect the PCA and then just do a regular APU start with the APU on a page such as this, and then you would do. But right now we don't need to start APU, so we'll just skip it. Now from these 3 and up this one, we go up to 8 airs, and then 1 on bat, and then it's gonna switch to it's gonna come off right now. There you go. 1 on bat and off, and then 1 on bat and off. Then I'd usually set the cockpit lights, so set it as you wish. I preset it already for the evening, meaning I set this one, set that one, set the integrities here and the floods here. Okay, now since we are done with all the fire warnings, we're done, we can check the we can start moving to aircraft acceptance. So aircraft acceptance is gonna be looking at your check your EFB version, your basically inside your iPad, your Jepson version, your FlySmart, all the apps that you use that they're current. So basically out here it's gonna be this one. Just make sure it's current and valid, and then check your tech log. And here we go. You got blue roll hodler missing. It's in lab. At the maximum. Okay, somebody stole the roll hoover. Alright, that's okay. It's defer level 2. Defer level interphone jack disconnected. Engine 2. It's not non-performance. That's fine. We're gonna go with these two. Those are not ambient. Also, what you would do is you would go out here and check the proper active version of nav data out here. Just pretty like make up your nest. That's what I call is make up your nest. And it might seem to you that like I may miss something. Have I missed something? But in Airbus, that's the fucking thing that you don't do a lot. This is why it's always gonna seem to you that way. But later, what we'll do is, so we'll check all the basically aircraft acceptance to you as far as documents, as nav data, technical log, NEL, all your QRH, all your documents on board. Make sure that you can. I actually sometimes cross it together with the fact that I have to check everything in the sim, such as I need to start the real turb, start the FS realistic start. I didn't start it. So that's my checklist there. Do the traffic, okay? We're gonna start the traffic. Okay. So I start all these apps. I pretty much make myself comfortable too. I have my pedals, they're working, okay, they're adjusted. Got the side stick, working and adjusted, everything is good. Alright, so now we go to preliminary performance. And this is all done here. We're gonna obtain airfield data. What is that gonna be? Let me go and show you what is this will do. We'll go to ATSU, AOC, and then we'll get the local and the field, the destination field weather. Whoops. Let's do that. Guitar. So what are we trying to achieve by that? This is to make sure that there is no volcanic ash or asteroid impacted the runway or anything like that. So this falls onto a category of, can we still go there? That's it, you know. So windy out here, east ops. Yeah, so thunderstorms somewhere in the area there. I know they're coming for sure, for 100%, but they're not in their area right now. So you want that. Next, we're gonna do the before walk around, and it's gonna be split in seated and non-seated. So for the seated part, you'll do what is called to be an EFB. That means ecom pages, FCTL, and brakes. So ecom SD pages, you want to check first. You want to check the electrical. Sitting on the everything normal, all in green, with sitting on external power. right? Then we should take the engine page. We check the oil quantity 19.5 quarts. Oh, it's liters in here. Okay, if it's in quarts, it's 0.5 quart per hour usually. Okay, check the hydraulic page, and the hydraulic quantities so that means we're checking liquids, all right? So we're checking door oxygen 1940 psi, that's liquid too, all right? Oxygen, oil 19.5 in both, and hydraulic liquid. So we do these liquids, then we go to the flight control page. And don't worry if I miss some pages, I'm doing it by priority. So again, rewind if you missed that part. Out here, the flap is confirmed with the actual flap position, alright? And speed brake is retracted, so that's your flight control page. Then set the parking brake as set, checking in green, acupressure in green, and the pressure is set, and it's normal, right? And we also will do the alternate brake check. We're gonna make sure that yellow electrical pump is off, chocks are on, parking brakes coming off, and then we'll press the brake paddles a couple of times and see the pressure. Alright, and then we see that it's good, you know, it's every time I press, it's good. Press a couple times, set back to on. And check again for your acupressure. If it's not in the green, just activate the electric pump, make sure that nobody's by controls. And this is gonna grow, look. So you see it's now growing? Okay, good. Grew, turn it off. Then what I just showed, that's for a seated person, whoever's seated. And whoever's standing will check. Just make sure you remember it like that. If anything happens, I get a life jacket and a smoke hood. Then putting on my gloves with axe in one hand and extinguisher in the other, I'll use the rope with my third hand to exit the cockpit and breathe fresh oxygen. So the things you want to check is life jacket, smoke hoods, gloves, axe, portable fire extinguisher, oxygen mask, and escape ropes. If you can remember it, imagining that when you grab life vest, smoke hood, gloves, axe, portable fire in one hand and axe in another, with a third hand, oxygen masks, escape rope, and yeah, if you can remember it like that, great. Okay, and then you're gonna check for the C beep. So all these panels, 121 through 125, DU, they all have numbers like DU right here. So panels 121 through 125, just make sure all of them don't have no white coats. So if you see any white coat, it's gonna be like that. You see that? So it's gonna come out from here. It might be unnoticed, but I'll show you the best way to check. You go flush with the panel like this, and then you'll see if it's sticking out, if anything's sticking out. It's kind of hard to do, but you'll see it here. You see? Now it's flush. So the same way from here, just gotta go flush with it and check if anything stands out. You'll see the white coat. If any white coat, before you actually put it in, I think in some companies you have to contact. You gotta read, of course, and you're gonna see white spots. So it's a reason white spots. So anyways, you'll see the landing gear pins on board and stowed. And then the standing person goes and makes the exterior walk around. Okay? Now we gotta get the before boarding clearance. So basically, we gotta brief the crew, see the technical status of your aircraft, discuss environments, and make sure that you have all aircraft on board, all documents on board the aircraft. Okay. Not to bore you to the crazy extent, you will see that later. That includes like regular things like aero, like registration, airworthiness, air operator certificate, blah blah blah, you know, as well as other stuff is like fuel carnet, emergency equipment location chart, you know, just stuff. Okay. All right, here comes now. Usually, in this moment, you are good to board the aircraft. But before that, you also will make a flow, and that's I think it's second flow you already got. So that flow will be from down to up, left to right. So you gotta go here, oxygen supply, right, crew supply, ground control. If you want to do a CVR test, you gotta turn these off. And switch it to INT, and then you would press it and you'll hear it beep a couple times. It would actually have to be, each aircraft is different, but some of them they'll beep like beep 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 like 12 times. This one just does the whatever it's doing. So up up up, all black logic, you know. I'm not gonna go through so easy stuff like I'm doing here. Arm, auto, test, and then you would test all the light bulbs. Alright. All normal. I would also turn off packs for now, just on purpose. And just leave it, these off and packs off. That's it. And then your overhead is ready, basically, for this. All right, so now we're gonna work with actual. So from this moment now on, you can actually start boarding. That's your borderline of boarding, basically. Okay? On your own, if you want switch in between these, you can go to, but bleed pages is unnecessary unless you know, temps, just to make sure. I mean, yeah, I can feel that already. The pressure, both vents open, and all in the green, system 2 active. Just kind of go through and all normal. Then you would do a status recall for 3 seconds and let go. So no fails. You know about 3-second push for the recall. You should. All right, let's actually make a flight plan, and it's gonna be a huge chunk of all, so I'm gonna go smoke. So what we're gonna do in the next part is we're gonna discuss the flight plan, discuss departure while our aircraft is boarding. We will fill in the MCDU, Then we will do a departure brief when we're all ready. Basically towards the identify threats, discuss emergency, do emergency briefing, the RTO, and just pretty much everything all the way up to the checklist. And that's going to be the upper part of checklist. You understand, right? So your part of checklist, that first checklist, that here, this one. Oh goddamn! I'm recording for some reason. Yeah. So this part of checklist, above the line, you will do only when you do all of the above. So does anybody have any questions for what we just did? Also, I might have a little note. If the aircraft has been sitting a long time, check these, just off, both of them off, electrical page, and make sure that these show off, right? And check the voltage. Yeah, see it's charged. Now when you're gonna set them back to on, look for the arrows. See the arrows? That means it's charging. They charge. And the arrows supposed to disappear. Okay. Now, another question could be, just before we get to all the boring part, when do you want to start APU? You want to start APU 10 minutes prior departure. Basically, when you get the final load sheet. All right. So you see, I'm trying to be not like super simple, you know. Okay, this is a selector, you know. I'm trying to be for people who actually know something about this aircraft, and you should. All right, I take a smoking break, number 2. That was a rather long smoke break, but we are back. Alright, let's do flight plan. Alright, by the way, if you want great sounds for this aircraft, what I'm using right now, go to my store and link is going to be in the description. Alright. You can, even if you have them, you can still buy them to support this video because it's a lot of effort, I think. From my position, definitely it's a lot of effort to do this video. Alright. So, let's get with the flight plan. And I will share my screen. Opening this just to see the picture and what I need. Well, let's do this. Sim Plaza. Wow. Sim brief. I switched from Yandex back to Chrome, so all of this is gone. Alright, American Airlines 348, whatever. Going to FLL CLT. And also what I do is I check if anybody flying that route right now. In 1 hour, actually 321, and one en route. So that's awesome. 2397. Okay. Great. Now we got time. That's gonna speed us up, you know. I'm gonna get its flight route, flight plan. All right, now it's a preliminary weather for me. I'll just go at radar. I look at radar right away. That's perfect. All of these will move, of course. So you see what's going on. We got big cell out here. Actually, we're just gonna get through. Might get a little bumps on the way. That it's kind of hanging in here, you know what I mean? We might get tossed around, but if anything, we'll ask right or left to deviate, okay? Then on a climb, she climbs long time, okay? But by that time, she's gonna be well on the for cruise level. So out here, if these go up, okay, so that's by if these go up, we're going to high clouds and look at the cloud tops. Yeah. Yeah. also that page. Alright. So that's mostly these, huh? Okay, so, alright, well, it's not that bad. Just gonna look through. Just gonna get the picture, trying to get the picture how my ride's gonna be. And of course some of these will come and they will develop. That's just a broad picture, but you go off of that you know, forecast. So forecast is in. Wait, not the forecast, I'm sorry, the significant weather, of course. So now, and then slowly move it 1 hour each. Yeah, so it's gonna be even more in the area, huh? Yeah, great. Great. Alright, now you see I'm still in doubt. This is why I'm gonna go and look at the top vicinity showers. Yeah, it's a it's a normal day in the office, I should say, right? So get Sigmats, and they're all through. Oh wait, gosh, talking about Sigmats, guys, I want to make a picture of that. Hold on. Crazy shit. Any Sigmats? Ah. I'm gonna power charge my phone. Yeah, talking about Sigmats, huh? All right, I took the picture of that. All right, so on the way, we are choosing flight level 330. Yeah, that's normal for 321. She's not gonna go like too much higher, but let's just check the turbulence on each level. All right, so 330. Are we? Oh, okay. Well, let's see. What time? 1 hour. 5:18. Okay, okay. There you go. All right. So out of here, I'm just gonna make 33,000. Great. Let's make it 2,000. Let's make it 3,000. Okay. Generate. Out here. So the key things in here: cost index 6, flight level 330, time 1 hour and 25 minutes, departure 21:18, 21:38 is wheels off, 23:03 wheels on. The fuel 19256, souls on board 203 with 9.7. Oh gosh. Alright, that's our flight plan and the TOC. We'll leave a page of TOC and then welcome home, honey. Alright, let's bring that data in it. Sorry, MCDU, HSU, AOC, init. Request that data. Boom. Migrated from here to here. Check the data. 2397, cost index 6, we know that, 330. Remember when I said leave it at the top of cruise page? Like this. You can even see. Oh, okay, you can even see. Alright, TOC, minus 38. I do it this way. This is so much faster. Instead of looking back and forth there, on ground temperature, 33. With. We are in computers, so we just kind of like a robot, right? Tropo. TOC Tropo, 491. It's all happening in here. All that page. Minus 38, Tropo 491 on here. That page is done. So go page here, page here, page here, page here. Okay, so AOC, next page, this one. Check with the zero fuel weight, 1582. STD, not that STD that you thought of. 2138, 2118, that's leaving the gate. Trip fuel, that's correct. Tax fuel, correct. Block fuel, 193, correct. Send. So out here it's diff rips in the short wave. D, data. I, init alpha. F, flight plan. So out here, what I usually do, I get a clearance. Instead of punching in the flight plan, that is not gonna happen. What's the point? So we get the clearance. And meanwhile, while it does that, let's get the page number 2. So by the time, so yeah, you can send that if I didn't already. And for out here, send again departure ATIS, weather information for the forecast and for METAR, AOC, boarding. Check the proper weights. It's gonna be 5 out of 5. No. Oh yeah, 2 out of 5. Yeah, it's not out of. It's 2 and 5. Okay, got it. 153. Water. Correcto. At time, you can begin at time, but we begin now. Board now. And you will start hearing people in here. So if you want to start hearing people, you can just get that microphone speaker. That's it on the right one for now. You can switch to received messages, and then in the first one you'll have your slot notification with your departure times, taxi time. Then you can switch like that too with these. Right, so if you got that one, the next one's going to be this one, and then sideways. So FLL ATIS information gain key 1953 13010 10 stat thunderstorms get it to 70 feet 3010. You can already start setting 3010. It's going to be close to that anyways. 3010. And all right, we'll check all the nodems as well. Information gain. Let's just weather. I'll get separate one facility, so it's not uplink the wind. All right, so for now we'll just use. It's strange enough that it doesn't give us any load sheet information. Let's see something like that. Okay. I guess it's gonna come up, but for now, the init B will just fill out with what we have for now. We'll still change, but 158.2. All you need to do is zero fuel weight 158.2, and just put it in the top. That's it. Just don't do anything else, and put the expected fuel 19.3. Out here, taxi, we're gonna come up to here. Taxi is 0.6, so round up. Route reserve, that's that. Contingency 1740, so that's 1.7. Alternate 4.4. And the fine res 4.4. Minus 0.9 extra, but that's only because we're still fueling up. That's gonna change. All right, so diff rips. D, data. I, init alt, F, flight plan, which we should have done by now, but we're waiting on the ATC. Then init alpha, init bravo, with alt what we can. Then rad nav usually, so any frequencies, we don't use VORs, but it's still there. Second I, which is init bravo, and then double P, progress and performance. I should say we'll just do flight plan. I'm sure we will come off of 10 left with the Agers 1. That's just out of experience. Duke. Let your FO talk. He's gonna talk unless you want me to talk, which I can, but it's gonna distract me. So let him speak. American 2397, ready, copy the clearance. Thank you. Oh, my first officer did not prepare the frequencies, so I'm gonna have this one inserted here just for now. This is all gonna be actually extracted to pin, so out here all we need 350 28 fold. Now, I'm not a big fan of enhancements, but let me tell you, the digital radio, like when you insert the numbers, is so much easier and better.
Scatter hit 25,000. Temperature 33. 2.26. Altimeter 3010.
3010.
VFR conditions. Landing and departing runways 10 left, 10 right. 5G bonus in effect. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Charlie.
Charlie.
FT Lauderdale Hollywood.
Something is up with the system because it usually would.
2027 Zulu. Wind 135 at 10. Visibility 10. Thunderstop. Scatter hit 2,700. Scatter hit 10,000. Scatter hit 25,000. Temperature 33. 2.26. Altimeter 3010. VFR conditions. Landing and departing runways 10 left. 10
And it's so
right.
slow too. In real life, you would twist it so much faster.
Advise on initial contact. You have
Is there a way to
information,
change it? Charlie, okay. American 2397, ready to copy I-4-2. Charlie with Charlie.
American 2397 after Lauderdale clearance. Information Charlie correct. Clear to Charlotte Douglas. Acres 1 departure with a dozen transition and is filed. Climb via SID. Departure frequency 128.6. Squawk 5564. Clear to Charlotte
S filed
Douglas.
SID
Acres 1
2865564.
dozen transition, then is filed. Climb via SID. Departure frequency 128.6. Squawk 5564.
They
American
are above.
2397.
So on, one, on. Well, it's actually going to be two.
American
Since it's
2397
above.
back correct. Contact ground 121.4 when ready for push.
21.4. He's gonna tune all that, so no
Ground
problem.
121.4 when ready.
All right, so we continue to brief the. Let's keep the door open, one door open, because we didn't even start APU, and she's already getting us all closed up and all. Oh, she didn't? Okay, wait. Oh, I heard just the door. Oh, okay, that was the cargo doors. Alright. This is a good time to start APU. We will... Bam. I guess I told you, it's gonna be quick. Once we go, it's gonna be quick. Start. What's the... Oh, no. Open the door. Thank you. So, oh, now it's good. Now it's good. Okay. Alright. So, as supposed to, departure is 21:18. Oh, we're going too fast. Alright, so I'll find what to tell you. We don't need to resend again. So it went good. Out here we just need to dial that 3558. What, the uplink here, and we're just gonna hit send. Make sure that all these are correct. And that's gonna get us our final load sheet, which is gonna come here. We want the last one, so the previous one, no matter. Accept it. Init alpha. Any changes? Init bravo. 150.2. Damn, we're like 8 short. Max ZFV 32.4. So yeah, self-adjust. 19.3 is still showing minus 0.6. That's not good. Gonna cross check. 19.3. Let me double check there. Block fuel. 19.526. 5. Okay, 5. All right, let's add a little extra. 19.5. $19.5, whatever, $19.5. All right, out here, $19.5. So we just made the little changes. I mean, extra time. Guess what? It's self-adjusting, but it's still like a little bit. We're gonna get extra. That's all right. It would be a smart decision because we are discussing threads, right? And we always want to discuss threads. So what might happen? Look at the picture, guys. Look at the biggest picture. What might happen here? Of course, or probably that will happen is that we will have thunderstorms right over our CLT as we pass. We also want to cover NOTAMs and extensive weather on the arrival. So yeah, that's usually all seen here. CLT. We've seen the showers, broken 009, overcast 015. PC6 station. Oh, it's getting lower. 23 at 23. Right now it's 20, 36. Yeah, that's about the time we're gonna arrive though. No, probably not. Actually, what is the time? $23:03. Yeah, that's exact time when we're gonna arrive. Oh, all right. So at 23:00, we're gonna get 04088 6 dash. Bruh. That means mist. Overcast 007. So misty with low overcast. Perfect. What could go wrong? At least it's not too windy. Let me see again at the fuel. What we got? That's fine. I don't want to bother adding extra. But of course there's saying that says the fuel left on the ground, the runway behind you, altitude above you, X wide. See, it's a tough decision, guys. One side I can see we have 7,000 pounds of fuel, basically. That's for alternate and thin res. But I'm gonna go ahead and add another 3, guys. Another 3, alright? That is disregarded, only the last one. Never mind. Just know that in real life I would add it out here with all the paperwork. We want to speed time. I still have plenty. 7,000 is plenty. Given in hand that United States is just filled with airport, alright, so it's practically impossible to get like low fuel here. Alright, I'm gonna disconnect the PCA and bring the air in. So first bleed, look at the bleed page here, just out of fun, right? You don't have to, just for fun. Yeah. Sorry. Low. Airbus is filled with sounds. This aircraft is like soundy, you know. Yeah. Isn't that the best sound pack currently there is for A321? Okay, smoke break. Student pilot here. Welcome aboard, Karen. Hello, FIFA Nord 6969. Well, if you are a student pilot, I don't know when was the message. 37. You're probably still here. Maybe not. That's gonna be best for you because I have guys that fly in real world and that come to me and I help them with the type change. So you're in good hands, all I can tell. All right. So half process, like 70% of process when it gets through, when passengers are on board, seatbelts come until on. Of course, better than when all of them, but you know, it is what it is. We're gonna slowly disconnect the externals. So, she's not gonna like it right now. Well, that's okay. Leave it on for now. Leave it on. So yeah, in it B, looking good. The flight plan we have to go through. So now we gotta go through efficient. So all what we were doing is just kind of discussing the departure. So what it means in terms of aviation, we're discussing, right? So this is not a procedure. So we just discuss this, that. But you need also the procedures. Okay? And that big procedure will be confirming the flight plan. I'll show you how it's done, right? You'll do it from now on in any aircraft. It's going to be so easy for you. You'll remember how to do it in every aircraft. Watch this. Alright. So get something like that. Check. From now on, in any aircraft, it's going to be so easy for you. You'll remember how to do it in every aircraft. Perfecto. Alright, so what I want you to have is the sealed, your flight plan, your OFP. Your OFP right here. You can set it somewhere where it's not blocking you, the main things. And your main things here is your navigation display and your MCDU. Okay? The one you're going to be checking. You're going to be cross-checking with two. Yeah, that's probably the best position right here. So you're going to be cross-checking with the right page as well. Okay? Here's going to be your PNF. So first thing, you're going to check the actual flight plan, what it is. Agers 1, 10 left, Dukin. So 10 left, Agers 1, Dukin. See, in the it's fun with Boeing has that feature of the whole flight plan here. Not so much, but you'll see it. Agers, Dukin, checkered, Stalker 436 right, which is not entered right now. Alright, so let's go and start from the beginning. Agers 1. Gotcha. So what you will do is switch this to plan, and then you're gonna look. You can do 4 at a time, 3 at a time. It depends how good you remember. You can do 5 at a time. I go 4. Okay, so I can do 5 or I can do 6, whatever, but just to make sure that you're getting all of them correct. So you go read off of your page here. You read elbow, room, YOLO, Elric, and then you read it on here. So when switching it, so when your hand is on here, your finger, and you go, so you set it elbow, room, YOLO, Elric. You read it off ND. Elbow, room, YOLO, Elric. Then you were reading on here, right? Then you switch to here because your eyes were here, right? On there and then here. So you're gonna read next Elric, Agers, Perts, Arps, Mart. Agers, Perts, Arps, Mart. Agers, Perts, Arps, Mart. Next, Enwood, CZ. So you kind of go back and forth, you understand? Left and right. Mart. Enwood, CZ, Duken, Oven P. Duken, Oven P. Then again, from here, start V up, checker. That's all 2 left. V up, checker. Then the Stalker 4. It was 36 right, I believe. Right. It's imaginary. We don't know if we're gonna get that. Probably not. Stalker, checker. So we're stopped at Stalker. We were stopped at checker, right? Checker. Next. Checker, Chuvy, Corvette, Felg. Chuvy, Corvette, Felg. Checker, Chuvy, Corvette, Felg. Yes. Finish Stalker Fiber timer. Finish Stalker Fiber timer. Finish Stalker Fiber timer. And then on to arrival. Usually it stops at the transition point, which is gated at this time. Cheery gated. And then goes the arrival, which we're not worried about now. Alright, so with this, that's called cross-check the flight plan, right? So we just did cross-check the flight plan between two of you. We understand now how it's gonna go. Now we will do a secondary copy active mode, and in here we will insert the airport, which will be if we have to come back right away. So out here we just go new destination, KFLL. Out here we'll do arrival 10 left, no star, holy. So that's the in case of fire, severe failure coming in here, and in-flight plan. Look, so here's your in-between flight plan, secondary, right? Also, when you press airport like once, it gets you to the airport of arrival. Twice, it gets you to the your alternate airport, and then another time gets you back here. So you can navigate easily to your alternate flight plan, which you have to enter, right? So in your alternate, it's CLT3 GANS direct. CLT3 GANS direct. So in CLT, we were arriving on 36 right? So this is connected with this. It's just a quick thing, this for fuel calculation. CLT3 GANS, insert, boom. That's your alternate airport. And then out here, it will say the arrival runway. GSO is 05 right. 5 right. Yeah, you see it here. That's it. It's all you have to do. With the flight plan, it's done in easy, right? Flight plan, secondary, check data. In secondary, what you also want to do is do the departure, EOCID. All right, so insert the EOCID. Let's say the EOCID and this position would be elbow. Okay. You can also have that all. You see, not in that aircraft. It's a shame, but I know. You see the fix info just in first fix. That's okay. You can select elbow, how it's called, L elbow. All right, so we'll select L elbow, and then we'll radius it with 2 miles. Just select it, even 1 mile. Then if out of this, if anything we need out of this, if anything we need out of this, like radial or anything we can do, such as, I don't know, let's say it was an elbow fly radial 360, whatever, you know, and it'll give you. So that way you have your EOCID right at your hand. So when you're taking off, right, you already have, you see in blue, your engine out SID. So you have no questions asked. Whether you failed, you just, oh, okay, we're going straight to elbow, intercepting, and then go 360 our way. Good? Good. So you cross-check the flight plan, everything is normal. You go through the pages, make sure everything, all data is inserted properly. We found out no unexpected wait, okay? With the flight plan answered, secondary answered, the red nav is checked pretty much. Fuel prediction, just kind of investigate that, see what you are on extra and what, on extra or less. 54, okay, 2054. Is that a 2150, 2118? Okay. Yeah, we still got time. Then, what you will do is you will prepare your FCU. Okay, here's how it's done. We were told climb via the SID. Okay, so you gotta switch that here, and then check the boxed information. Just the box, nothing else. Don't look at this picture or anything else. All you need is here. So it's gonna say top top out 4,000. So they told us to climb 4,000. Out of 10 left, climb heading 096 intercept course 075. That's here, cross check 096 intercept elbow. Then on track 06 cross room. Yes sir. Then error above 4,000. Then on depicted road to ages. So for room 4,000 at above. And that's it. It's right there. Also, if you see something like this and you want some difference, tell me. You see 250 at 4,000. I don't want 250 knots here. Why? Let me tell you. I'll explain why. This is simple. This is simple AD, basically. It's aeronautical decisions masterclass, if you want. Okay, so we're gonna be leveling off at 4,000 guaranteed. Okay, so out here, let me show you. Let me actually show you. Now I have to deselect that. That's alright, it's just that part was. And what you do is just you select that anything here and then go to pin and you'll have it. So we're in the airport here. I wanted to show you something. Alright, that's also really good. A lot of situational awareness. So one sec. Okay. Alright. When we're gonna be taking off here and we're gonna making that turn down, kind of like a downwind, right? We're gonna be avoiding all these airports, and most important, we're gonna be avoiding the inbound traffic for Lauderdale and Miami. So all Miami traffic comes through here, and you'll start seeing them more and more. So they come above at around 7,000-8,000. They come above here. And so we're gonna have to hold at 4,000 until somewhere around here we're gonna be like off of their way and we're gonna be sent upwards. That unless you have a window or an opening, then they'll clear us right through. But expect level up. We've been told to fly via the SID, which said that climb maintain 4,000 feet. All right, so this simple RNF depart, and now you can look at the thing. Have you learned anything new? No, you didn't, because everything is in the box. Everything you need to know is in here. So it says accelerate to 50 if unable, advise ATC. We don't have to advise these last 10 knots, because those are done for turbulence. Alright, so these are done just for turbulence, so meaning it will go in between 240 and 250 anyways. Alright, now we can do pre-sale. We can do pre-sale and have it at 245. Sure. Why? You might ask why, and I'll tell you exactly why. Because at any time in Miami, you fly at that altitude where all these clouds are, you're gonna get tossed the fuck out. Okay, so in that altitude we want to be slow but still on the go, if you know what I mean. Alright, so we will be slow. We will be about 245 there. We'll level out. We'll just wait for that traffic to pass and then just make ourselves a good climb. Alright, so pre-sell 245. Strangely enough, it doesn't say it here. I'm just gonna double back it here. If we do that, then this action here, this action, not needed. So, oh, come on, man. Oh, come on, man. All right, let's 6. I'm trying to do the Meme. Alright. So far, what do we got? What's happening with my mouse? Why is it opening quietly opening the back plate? Because it fell so much. Alright. So our trip with MCDU is 90% done. The rest of it is performance. So you checked all the data. You did it all. Okay. Now the rest will be as a performance. Now talking about performance. A load sheet. Select that. You can actually grab a performance from here as well if you didn't know that. You can go to performance request and enter all this war data in here. And let's just do it just out of just to show you. 10 left here. No intersection, no NTI, no wet. Facts off, no. Get a fresh weather. And it's easiest to get at 80s. Because you're gonna enter the 80s that in here. Okay, 040 at night. $32. 3013. You see it's already changed twice. I mean, to 310. 3013. All right, 3013. 3013. Okay. 32 and no, it's 33. Next page. Toga, yes or no? Yeah. I really want to say yes. I really want to say yes. Yeah, let's go with Toga. Let's go with Toga, guys. Yes, sir. And here's going to be optimum conf, which is going to be 2. Let's see what it gives as an optimum, but we want a Toga option here, and then I'll get flex option with the calculate. How about that? And we'll see between those two. So estimated is 168.9. Macto 295. Alrighty. So next what you're gonna get is a performance here. When it's ready, it's gonna come over there. Next thing, you can do it here. And I really want you to do it so you can compare in between these three and choose the wisest, okay? So out here, you're gonna select. Now this time you're gonna do the flex. We already have toga here, so we're gonna do the flex with optimum configuration, AI off, and AC on. All this is correct. Only the TOW is not correct. One 689. One 689. Okay. One 689. And 295. Two 9.5. That's it. Cross check it. 10 left. FL. That means that's full. That means it's full. If you have like B2, that means it's intersection with an intersection name. Calculate. And then go to here and calculate it here as well. Toga flex, auto, optimum, all the good stuff. So here it wants me to flex 1, flex 42. Wow, that's interesting. Let's see what it got here. So we got 3 different ways we can do. So you got the performance. It says down 031. That's important on here. Flaps 2. 2936 forte. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go smoke, and here is the math for you as a test question. Which one will you take off? But I can't. Which one in between these 3 would you use and why? I know it's kind of hard to see the numbers, but I'll tell you. And here is 1 flex 42 at the most. Margin is 16. Oh gosh. Margin is here what? 213, 143. And here out here it does not give the margin. So in between those 2, obviously we're gonna go with flex. So in between those 2, which one you would go and why? And let me know in chat when you ready. I will come back. Oh, I have to leave it on. Okay, got it. God damn it! I was speaking all this time without. I said that we don't have much audience, but I'm pretty sure this video will watch some people. And I also work on audience more since we are filling up our Discord. And I'm pretty sure that. All right, let me upload the next thing into Discord, which is. Alright. Here is the touch and goes. But that's for later training. Right now, we are doing normal. Where is that? There it is. And by the way, yeah, it's strange. Like I have a lot of people online on Discord, but none of them are watching. It's really strange. I guess it makes like maybe 2 out of 40 usually. So you need to have like considered amount of people for them to come on.
All aircraft be advised information delta now current. Altimeter tree 01 tree.
It's getting more fun and more fun. Alright, so I bet nobody wrote shit about who's gonna take off and where. Let's do some Discord here. I have to do it just to get more people. You know what I mean? It's hard work, guys. It's like you see it with your own eyes how it's done. On your own eyes, you see how we get more and more. Maybe I'll even do in parts. Yeah, let's do in parts. That would be better. That would be more watchable. Yeah, so I'll restart the stream.